This is Watcher 3 to Cypher 9. Sorry to cut your leave short, sir, but we need you. Terrorist mop-up is officially over, and the search for Lord Jadis is on hold. The war just took top priority.
Give me the situation.
You're being recalled to headquarters. Keeper will brief you on your next mission. Watcher 3 out.
Cypher 9, come in. I was just finishing the personnel security updates.
Something looks different. Don't tell me you made it more stark.
Something of the sort. After Darth Jadis's defeat and escape, there was a great deal of chaos. The Dark Council decided to make changes. My predecessor was elevated to Minister of Intelligence. That makes me the new Keeper of Operations Division.
That's quite a promotion. Shall we celebrate?
I owe this to you. But with the promotion comes certain responsibilities. I'm mounting an operation against the Republic Strategic Information Service. Our concern is this man, Arden Koth. SIS for nearly a decade, responsible for 16 covert projects in the Mid-Rim. The best spy master our enemies have.
The first thing you do as Operations Director is go after your Republic counterpart. Interesting.
This plan has been in motion for some time. Arden Koth's division recently received a classified sanction from the Republic Senate. Complete autonomy. No restrictions on their activities. The Republic believes Arden Koth can win the war. We need to know what he has planned.
Do we have a full workup on him?
There's very little. Born on Dantooine, disappeared a while, then joined the SAS after the Treaty of Coruscant. Motivations unknown. Revenge seems probable. Since receiving his own division, he's instigated 3 slave rebellions, 1 corporate takeover, and, we believe, inspired 2 of our own generals to defect. Now imagine him with unlimited resources and no ethical restraints.
Does he have vices? A mistress? Anything?
Not that we can find. Maybe you can do more. Imperial intelligence has leaked documents to the SIS suggesting that one of our trustworthy agents is traumatized. At the same time, we sent anonymous messages to Arden Koth's team from an inside source. They now believe a cipher is ready to turn. I want you to make contact with the SIS and offer to be their spy inside the Empire.
The Republic will ask me to prove myself. What then?
Do what you have to, but do it discreetly. No official sanction. Your objective is to earn their confidence, uncover their plan, and eliminate Arden Koth himself. This is a long-term, deep-cover mission. I should warn you, this sort of work can be psychologically taxing. You will be isolated. Even most intelligence personnel won't know the truth.
Cleo and Vector, are you asking me to abandon my squad?
Your people don't have intelligence backgrounds, so the SIS won't suspect them, and you'll need their support. We've set up a meet with one of Arden Koth's men. You leave for Nar Shaddaa within the hour. Bury your loyalties for this one, Cypher. You'll know when the time comes to strike. Dismissed.
Agent, we're finalizing our exit report for the diplomatic service. 34 pages of seating charts, ambassador profiles, and appendices. We'll transmit it to our superiors, and then we're yours full-time.
Any second thoughts about leaving diplomacy for intelligence?
We'll miss it, and we're sorry to hand over the unfinished work, but they'll do fine without me. You know, we used to advise first contact missions to new star systems. We met some unusual people, but we haven't had many new experiences since joining the Killiks. Time to broaden our horizons.
After what happened, are you still part of the Killik hive mind?
The Nest has no concept of betrayal, and no concept of forgiveness. If they considered us a threat, they'd have eaten us. So we remain the Dawn Herald, and one day, we will make amends.
Nar Shaddaa again. Casinos, death sticks, and head games with Watcher X. Think selling out to the Republic will be more fun?
Watcher X really bothered you, didn't he?
Nah, he was a fun screwball.
You speak like a poet as always, Cleo. For what it's worth, Cypher. We have our own doubts about this mission, but whatever happens, our loyalty is to you.
Anything in particular you find troubling?
Thought and action are the same in the nest. There's no concept for pretending to betray.
Meeting with the SIS guy goes down on the promenade. You bring the charm, I'll bring the detonite.
A woman like you deserves to see the city from above, don't you think?
My husband owns his own starship.
But he doesn't fly like me. Come by later. Oh, she didn't finish her drink. Can I interest you in what's left of a Cassandra sunrise?
I came looking for a friend. Maybe you know him.
I can be your friend. Codename Hunter, Strategic Information Service. I hear you want to switch sides. No sob stories, no questions. You do us a favor, and then you meet your new employers.
You aren't going to confirm my identity?
I did that as soon as you stepped onto this moon. It's why I had time to kill with my lady friend. Besides, I don't trust your motives anyway. I don't have to. That'll be my superior's call.
Are your superiors this arrogant, too?
Well, most people say I'm charming. I guess would-be Imperial traitors bring out the worst in me. A new droid factory opened up recently, thanks to the Empire's latest partnership with Nemro the Hutt. Supposed to manufacture hunters, crawlers, Jedi killers. All the best. You're going to do something about it.
Becoming a double agent is one thing. Killing Imperials is another.
Spare me. I'm not asking you to shoot the place up. Security's tight but automated. You can use cipher clearance to get inside, then step 1 is reconnaissance. I'll tell you the next step when I know what you're up against. Deal?
Before I do anything, I need some guarantees.
Too bad. You're not going to get them. I have your comm frequency, and I'll send you the factory location. If you're not there within the hour, your dealings with the SIS are over. And your dream of defecting is dead. Our lovely Imperial heroine. You just destroyed your own government's billion-credit initiative. How does treason make you feel?
I'm a professional. I focus on the job, whatever side I'm working for.
Never mind him. He likes to give new agents a hard time.
Let me introduce you to your team. This is codename Saber.
4 years sniper training. We should swap stories.
Codename Chance. Who you talk to?
Slicing and mission control. Joining us was the right decision, sir.
And codename Wheel, our technology specialist.
Charmed.
You don't know how proud I am to work with you. All of you.
Feelings mutual. I can't imagine the strength it took to come over.
We could all stand to reflect on that.
Sir.
Arden Koth, head of division. See me in my office when you're done. The rest of you, finish up and get to work. There's a war going on.
And like a ghost, he passes through. Probably should do what he says.
Come in. Can we have some privacy?
Khalil, right? Let me show you around.
Do it right, maybe I'll show you something. Be careful, Agent.
4 months ago, I started getting messages from a source in the Empire. Claims to be a cipher agent. Now a factory's in ruins, and here we are. I'm starting to think you might be real.
Ever since I got here, I've been treated like the villain.
You have my sympathy, but can you blame us? I got a copy of your personnel file. Says you were traumatized when you learned Darth Jadis's dirty secret. A Dark Council member running a terrorist network, murdering civilians. That what made you want to flip?
You know so much. Why don't you tell me why I came here?
Because even Imperials can tell right from wrong. Saber? Tell the deck another card is in play. Codename Legate.
Acknowledged. Tell her congratulations.
I'm prepping operations on the planet Taris. Couple other places. Join up with your forces there. I'll give you your first job. You're on my team now, Legate. A double agent inside the Empire. Someone to help me win this war.
How exactly do you pick these code names?
You don't know Sentran Sabak? We should play sometime. One more thing before you go, and I'm sorry to say this. Keyword, onomatophobia. Thesh Protocol, Phase 1.
Thesh Protocol engaged. Shutting down.
Don't know if you can hear me anymore.
Mind control. Brain damage. Inevitable.
This is everything we have.
Discuss this with no one. Half an hour. Wake up.
I'm awake. Awaiting orders.
Let's walk through some exercises. Sit down. Now jump, please. Aim your rifle. Revert to Phase 0. You can talk now.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Sorry, it only kicks in if you try to disobey. There's a switch in your head. I just flipped it. You won't be able to tell anyone about us or your programming. You also won't be able to hurt members of my team. It's all a precaution, in case your real loyalty is still to the Empire.
I came here to help, but you're a sick man, and you'll pay for this.
I hope you're right. We should all be held accountable. You're still part of the team, Legate. I still need you on Taris. We'll beat the Empire together. With the lives we've saved, maybe we'll both find redemption. Dismissed.
Encrypted message. This is Keeper. We have 1 minute until Republic intercept. Report, Cypher 9. Did you make contact with the SIS?
The situation is under control.
Understood. Do not break cover until you are certain of Arden Code's intentions. You're our only chance of learning his plans. Keeper out.
She doesn't know he has control. You'll never be able to tell her. Watch. Wait for your opportunity. It will come.
What can I do for you, Vector?
Agent, excuse us a moment. We hear the song. The nest awakens. Light fills the hive, and we are one. Apologies. It's the hour of revitalization, and as Dawn Herald, we still participate, in spirit, if not in person.
Do what you need to. I'm not here to interfere.
We appreciate that, and we'd like you to understand. Traditionally, the Dawn Herald is a warrior and emissary for the nest, one who confronts the unknown. As Herald, we are more than a typical joiner, and we retain a sense of individuality. It's also why we're useful to you.
You aren't entirely part of the hive mind, but you don't want to leave it, do you?
The joining changed us, and we are content. In any case, we still honor the Killik's gift, but surely everyone carries over rituals and habits from their lives before intelligence.
Your old habits are still unusual, as these things go.
Fair enough. You can't blame us for trying, Agent. Last night, we ate our first ration bar since leaving the nest. We savored the flavor for 2 hours. We could taste every nutrient, every chemical compound and trace of foil. Do you know what joining the Killiks does to a person's senses?
Should I be sending you on more nighttime missions?
We can't see into every spectrum, or smell poison under our nose, but our eyesight has improved. That does bring up something we want to discuss. How do you see our role as operative on your team?
You're a capable partner, and I value your input.
And our skill set? Keeper described us as a covert assault agent. Our role as Dawn Herald gives us that capacity. We just don't know if that's the only reason we're here, or if it should be.
If there's information you have, or aid you can provide, tell me. I'm still learning your talents.
So are we, in a sense. But Agent, our whole life, we've been a diplomat. Whatever else we become, perhaps we shouldn't abandon that so readily. Agent, we hope you don't mind, but we were wondering something. Do you have a family, siblings, a husband, people to go home to after a mission?
Not much room for that in our line of work.
We suppose not. We're just trying to understand how anyone in this job keeps a tether to the real world. None of us can exist in isolation forever.
Eventually, violence and deceit become second nature. This becomes your real world.
Maybe it shouldn't, Agent. And maybe you should find another way before it does. Then again, we're new here. Apologies.
You wanted to talk?
Yes. The suns are warmer here. Nothing that smells so green when the gamma bursts come. Even the song can rest. We must go. Auras mingle. Apologies, Agent. Emissaries from our nest. They stowed away aboard the ship and have accompanied us since we left Alderaan. They're becoming quite sociable.
I don't see a swarm around you. Can they turn invisible?
No, but they can grow very large or very small. These live within our flesh. The Killiks of Alderaan know little of the galaxy, only what they absorb through joiners. Our journey teaches them a great deal, but there is something that intrigues us, intrigues the nest. The fate of our lost kin.
What lost kin?
Alderaan has only a handful of nests, sleeping beneath the castle lands and awakening every few centuries. The other Killiks migrated off-world millennia ago. No one knows what became of them, or whether they survived. But the migration is a primal memory. We miss them.
If the Citadel has any record of Killik encounters, we can find out.
We appreciate that, Agent. It may help. We don't know if it's truly important to find them, but as Dawn Herald, we'll be watching. We've been dreaming lately. Great Spitcrete vessels weep dew above the castle lands. Their engines scorch the air. Dartship swarms shade the sky, humming a song of farewell. We remember the Great Migration, when the lost nests departed Alderaan.
You said no one knew what happened after the other Killiks left.
We still don't. But our travels have caused a buried memory to surface. In our dream, there is a mosaic that mirrors the stars and shows us the lost one's destination. We request leave for a pilgrimage, Agent, to follow the first steps of the migrant Killiks.
You think the lost nests are still out there?
It's been millennia since the migration, and we doubt we'll see more than dust or petrified shells. Still, the journey honors our kin. We're already packed.
We've spent a lot of time and money on you. You'll need a bodyguard to keep you out of trouble.
We are Dawn Herald. We have some ability to defend ourselves.
So, you made it back from your pilgrimage.
Our journey is over. We saw strange worlds and markers set in stone and frozen lakes of steaming colors, but no Killiks. The colony found planets that suited them, but none that could support them. They divided into 1,000 nests, each going its own way, to 100 different stars.
I know this isn't the end you were hoping for.
We forged a connection to the lost colony. Even if we didn't find it, this means a great deal. In any event, we're sorry. What? There is a scent here.
You're not giving up already. We apologize for surprising you, but it took time for us to become aware of your presence. More to find you. But we welcome you nonetheless. We are Daizana, of the Lesai Nest.
Daizana, I represent the Sith Empire, along with Vector Hillis.
Yes, but are you Vector?
Daizana of Lesai. We are Dawn Herald of Oroboro.
Oroboro? We barely recognize the scent. We thought we'd lost the nests of Alderaan until you followed. Our fleet ship pursued you here. The colony still exists, spun across the stars. Our nests still kin. 1 trillion and more Killiks will dance and sing tonight.
Your ship followed Vector on the way back from his pilgrimage.
Even after he was gone, he left an impression we could follow. Our emissaries are not far from your own. Let them touch and bring knowledge.
Yes, the Lesai shall rejoice. She offers dancing and Membrosia the chance to walk the tunnels of the Synapse Comb.
The Dawn Herald must come with us. As his partner, you may accompany and share in our joy.
I'd love to see a Killik celebration. Lead the way.
Don't worry. We'll be out before the pheromones bond to your system.
The Membrosia runs in golden rivers.
You're doing well. Accompany the joiners, if you wish. Morning comes soon. We're impressed. You held up well. More to the point, you brought together the fragments of an ancient people. We can't fully express our gratitude. We hear the singing of 1,000 nests, and are at peace.
I'm glad you're in high spirits. Call it a day, then?
Agreed, Agent. Agent, we've had time to think since reuniting the Killik colony. Not that our work hasn't kept us busy, but we didn't actually thank you for allowing our pilgrimage. You should come with us next time.
We'll pack some rations and go sightseeing on strange planets. Just say when.
We're glad to have friends with a sense of adventure. In any case, we should get back to work. We promised Kalia we'd keep the hatchlings away from her quarters, which means some training is in order.
Leo hasn't said much about you. Everything going all right?
After some early missteps, we're learning to tolerate one another. We no longer invite her to the Jarrick games. She no longer spits in our tea. Give us a few months. We've negotiated with worse.
How are things, Vector?
Agent, when we communed with the other nests, we saw a force for change in the galaxy. There are Killiks as large as starships and as small as mites, joiners from 100 species on 1,000 worlds. We mean to report on the Killik colony to the diplomatic service.
The colony's been in hiding for a long time, and the Killiks may not appreciate it.
We've shared thoughts with Daizana of the Lesai Nest, and we've assessed the limits of their cooperation. If the service can make entreaties to the colony, if we make them an ally, we'll have a foothold in the unknown regions. We'd have access to Killik craftsmanship, joiner information. Even without their military support, they would be invaluable.
What would an Imperial Killik alliance take?
We've outlined a proposal. The Killiks want peace and resources, and the Empire can offer both. And if the Empire doesn't make allies of the Killiks, someone else may get to them first.
However I can assist, say the word.
We'd ask you to sign off on the report. Other than that, we'll keep your offer in mind. Thank you. Agent, we heard back from the diplomatic service about our proposed alliance with the Killik colony. Our report was soundly ignored. It seems we have less credibility than we thought.
You worked for them for years. And this is what you get.
We are twice compromised. No longer human, and no longer a diplomat. A colleague named Fulner Eth sent the update on our report along with a message. He wants us to call him, accompanied by our handler. We believe he means you.
You worked with him in the diplomatic service?
Not directly. Eth spent his time with ex-Republic worlds, while our speciality was first contact. We met several times at conferences and the like, but we wouldn't say we knew him. This should prove interesting.
Master Hillis, I'm so glad you got my message. How are you? How's Anya?
Anora. We haven't seen her in some time, but we hear she's well. And your son?
I'm stationed on Balmora, still hoping to join the Shadow Fist. And you must be Cypher 9. It's my privilege to meet you. Rest assured, I went through channels to arrange this. Imperial intelligence has agreed to loan me Vector so long as you're amenable.
Vector contacted you about a Killik alliance. Why would you need him?
My superiors don't see the wisdom in Vector's advice. I do. Yet I lack the authority to force the issue.
Someone is blocking you?
Tarab, Sabini, the usual crew. If I'm to win them over, I need influence. Vector, with your ties from the service and the colony's knowledge, I could amass a string of victories. And the more I succeed through your consultations, the better chance your Killik Imperial alliance comes to pass.
What's your take on all this?
He wants us to play politics, but that is how things are accomplished.
Perceptive man. I'll be in touch with specifics.
We appreciate your help, Agent. We'll make it worthwhile, to you, to the Empire, and to the colony.
So here's the deal. I've been working through the list of guys and gals who might come after me. Ex-partners, hookups, the usual. I think I know everyone who's a problem. We hit them first, we clean house, I'm home free. Ready to go?
Is it really necessary to go after these people?
If we don't, they'll come after me. They'll put attention on me and your cover will be threatened. There's 4 targets. Roll my pirate, Yajal the arms dealer, Tatigel the card shark, and that bounty hunter who's following along. I've got locations, so all we need to do is show up and start shooting.
That'll work. Let's get started, shall we?
Flip a coin, see who we blast first. Hey, Rawl. How's the arm?
How do you break a Wookiee's arm?
Come on, look tough. I wanted a bigger cut. You said no. We raided ships for a living. What did you think would happen? Forget that. Anyway, I've got a friend this time. Wait till you see her work.
I wasn't expecting a pirate to be so sentimental.
Oh, don't get him started. My arms is where my dealer buddy hangs out. Follow my lead. Hey, Flunky, where's Yajal?
I'll let him know you're here.
Khalio Janus, as I live and breathe. I didn't expect to find you at my shop.
No one else has got what you've got.
So very true. Tell me, have you brought my money so I can quit paying my thugs to harass you?
Don't forget your manners.
Yajal, this is my new partner.
My sympathies to you, stranger.
Yajal and I met when he was selling vibro round hard ammo to Uridonian mercs. Spotted each other's markings across the room.
We started working together, then it soured. Khalil decided after nearly a year of supplying me with product to play a little shell game. I lost a considerable sum and nearly went to prison.
I told you to put trackers on those cannons.
I'm a businessman and I like her, so I'll call off my dogs if she recoups my losses. Otherwise, I can't leave her so pretty.
What'll it take for me to end this?
You serious?
I'll put together an invoice. There. Pay the bill and I'll never bother your friend again.
If you really wanted Cleo dead, you wouldn't be dragging this out.
Fair point. But what I want isn't always what I get. Kill them both, please.
Gonna have a good time. So this card player just need to get his people off my back.
Tell the Hutt I always appreciate a fan, but I don't need anyone to stake me.
Hello, Ta. Look who you found.
Khalil? Khalil, it's fantastic to see you. Who's your friend?
I work with her, and she wanted me here for this.
Of course, I understand.
You want to tell me what you were thinking looking for me? Hiring investigators? Bribing dock managers?
I just wanted to find you.
You're messing with my life. A lot of people want me dead, and if you find me, a lot of other people find me too.
I didn't think I wanted you back with me. I want to share the penthouse again, and the money, and... I want you not to leave. Why'd you leave, Khalil?
You're not asking the questions. You listen good, you worm. I'm not going to let you ruin me.
So you'll kill me instead, for not giving up on you?
Cleo made her decision. Now you're only hurting her. And yourself.
I tried to keep her safe. I'm sorry.
Of course you're sorry. It's why I left you, Ta. You're boring. Let's go. Hope the next target's more interesting. So according to what I got, this is the last place anyone saw our bounty hunter. The Menace. Loser wants a piece of me just because everyone else does. We'll show him what it's like to be hunted.
You sure your information is good?
Pretty sure. Paid good money to a Rhodian for it. Doesn't look like anyone's home. That's okay. We can wait. Think we got something.
Cleo, you haven't changed.
Do I know you?
You should.
Ona Querrit, the woman you left on Elysia, remember?
No way. You're kidding.
I take it you've met the Menace after all.
She's Senator Querrit's daughter. Rich brat. I showed her how to live.
You seduced me into leaving my father, leaving Coruscant.
You got to see new places, hang with the Black Sun. Her dad didn't even cut off her accounts.
He thought I'd been kidnapped. When you disappeared, I cried for a month. I couldn't go home. But on Alderaan, they taught me how to duel, so I became this.
You felt abandoned, so now you've decided to kill your former partner.
I won't kill her if she doesn't fight. I'll drag her back to Coruscant for trial.
I've got to say, Ona, I didn't think you had it in you.
Now you know. Put down your weapons and surrender. I'm taking you, dead or alive.
Obsessing about vengeance is pointless. You wanted to prove yourself to Cleo, and you have. Now let this go.
You can always change your mind. Track me down later.
Get out of here.
That was fantastic. I can't believe she's still alive. Come on. That's the last of the list, so we need to celebrate. Let's go down that list again. Roll, check. Yajal, check. Tatigel, check. The Menace, check. You and me, Agent, we are freaking queens of the galaxy.
4 ex-partners, 4 planets, all dealt with. Maybe you're right.
Forget those losers. Forget intelligence if you want. You and me have got a future.
You can share my future. Just make sure you can keep up.
Oh, you want some competition? Make a list of your exes. See how fast I go through them. Bet your past is even uglier than mine. Hey, I'm worried your shooting is a little off. All that tech stuff weighing you down. We ever go blasters only, your kill count won't look good next to mine.
I'm going to assume that's your natural good cheer.
You assume right. No one hunting me down, no exes mooning over me. Last time I cleaned house, I was playing anarchist on Brental. Feels good to be free again.
That's not the first time you've talked about Brental. What did you do there?
The whole anarchy, freedom, destruction thing. Politics and bombs. The naivete of youth. Of course, now I've matured. I need to figure out a plan. I could go after a big score, try something other than spy games. You could come with me.
You're not bad company, but I could use a change of pace.
Yeah. You and me traveling the galaxy. Doing something. Getting into trouble. Haven't worked it out past that, but I'll let you know.
Code Negate calling Base Command. Come in, Base Command.
Base Command here. Patching secondary stream.
Codename Chance here. Ready for mission briefing.
You two met on Nar Shaddaa, so I'll skip the introductions. Welcome to Taris. 1,000 years of civilization reduced to toxic muck.
It could be worse. I was assigned to Hutter. Twice.
I spent a week in the Coruscant sewers once.
A long time ago, Taris was a Republic world. A Sith Lord bombed it. Now we're trying to rebuild, and the Empire's unhappy.
Your people sent shock troops. Devastator units.
It's a mess. The last thing we need is a rogue element, but that's what we've got. Along with Sith and Republic troops, there's a corrupt Jedi down there. You're going to stop her.
I thought Jedi was supposed to be incorruptible.
They're not perfect, but they're supposed to know better. Kai Sazin, Jedi Knight and hero of Tazla. Rising star in the Jedi Order, but she's rotten to the core. Half her missions end with someone dying. Technology and artifacts disappear from under her protection.
Her last report said she'd come to Taris because the Force called her here.
I believe Kai Sazin is building a power base. I need you to find out how and why, and bring me hard evidence.
Why bother with evidence? I can solve your problem with one shot.
If it comes to that, do it. But I want her brought to justice, if possible. Chance will be your contact. He'll take it from here.
Yes, sir. Surveilling Kai Sazin has been difficult, but we believe she recently mounted a raid on an Empire-controlled laboratory. We'll begin our investigation there. You need to obtain access to the laboratory from Imperial Command.
Suppose I refuse. Can Agent Chance force me to obey?
Chance may be young, but he has all the experience and authority he needs. Now, get to work, both of you. Base Command out.
Sir, I'll monitor your holocalls to track the investigation. I'll be in touch soon.
Attention on deck!
I'm tracking a Jedi, and I need immediate access to the research laboratory in this sector.
You're talking about the Godera laboratory?
Apologies, sir. I didn't realize you were coming. Lieutenant Nida, liaison officer.
Cypher 9, you run a tight ship.
Thank you, sir. And you are?
I'm your mother, with a shaved head and an assault rifle. Breeze off.
Not everyone here would appreciate that tone.
Contacting the laboratory for clearance, sir.
Your associate should be at the lab already. He took a security team about a week ago. You'll find it in good hands.
Yes. I'm sure everything will be fine.
I can't pick up anything from the laboratory comm, but there's something on a secondary channel.
To base, Dr. Loken is safe, but the rat ghouls are everywhere. Orange level infestation. We'll attempt to...
Get it back!
I can't. Our team must have been overrun by the rat ghouls. We'll have to burn the whole lab.
Destroying that facility will disrupt an Imperial intelligence operation. Am I clear?
Clear, sir.
The rat ghouls are mutants, victims of a Tarisian plague that alters human physiology.
Standing orders are to cluster bomb nest sites to contain the infestation.
You want to reach the lab to track your Jedi, you'll be facing a swarm. I can't offer anything but aerial bombardment.
Your security officer said Dr. Loken was safe. Who's Dr. Loken?
He's the intelligence officer I mentioned. I don't know much else. If you need him, I can put the bombers on hold, but you'll have to clear the rat ghouls manually.
You take me to the best places. We go looking for a Jedi, you show me a rat ghoul nest. I've seen spice dens cleaner than this.
You can lower your weapon. There are no rat ghouls in here. The late Private Rallan dispatched the last of them before succumbing.
What about the security team? Did any of them make it?
Unfortunately, no. The rat ghouls took us by surprise. There weren't supposed to be colonies in this area. I'm Fixer 15, by the way. You can call me Dr. Loken. Watcher 4 assigned me here for a cleanup operation. I assume you're here for a similar reason?
My orders are to find a Jedi called Kai Sazin. I'm told she's been here.
Isn't that interesting? Follow me. Mind the bodies. This laboratory belonged to a man named Nason Gadera. Utterly brilliant. Invented everything from durable plastifoam to the death-marked laser. But his relationship with the Republic is rocky. By the time we captured this sector, he was already gone. I came to catalogue the contents of his lab, and I wasn't the first.
Go back to Nason Godera. What happened to him?
Back in Republic space. But the laboratory hasn't been empty. Watch.
Is that the last of the defenses? Stay on your guard and destroy the monitors. Then find the device.
We stole research, equipment, and something Nason Gadera called an ultra-wave transmitter. I haven't a clue what it does. I suggest we pool resources. A fixer and a cipher investigating a thieving Jedi for Imperial intelligence.
What was the research they took? And the ultra-wave transmitter?
It transmits something called an ultra-wave. Without the laboratory files, I can't do more. This wasn't the only recent raid on a science facility. This planet attracts brilliance, and someone has been purloining databanks across the ruins. Based on the pattern, I suspect the Jedi's next target is an abandoned bioresearch facility near a red-level Rakghoul colony. We can find it together.
Nothing happens without my approval. Understood?
Cypher, I'm a technician. What would I possibly do? You should be able to locate the facility by triangulating its signal from the swamps. I'll correlate the data. You intercept the Jedi.
So, you're hanging out here, with the corpses and the rat ghouls.
It is my burden. Here's the triangulation device. Give my regards to the toxic swamp.
This is Chancellor Leggett. Come in, Leggett. I know you're busy, sir, so I'll keep it short. Any progress finding Kai Sazin?
I was hoping you'd turn up something.
The SIS doesn't have much presence on Taris, and the military hasn't seen much of Sazin since she landed. We're in the dark, but we'll keep looking. Contact me if you find anything.
I'll be in touch, Chance.
Just so you know, sir, I don't agree with how Master Koth is handling you. I have the codes, but I don't plan to use them. Chance out.
Cypher, I think we have our lead. I'm receiving faint signals from an old Tarisian transport station. Were I a betting man, I'd say our bio-research lab, our Jedi's next target, is in there.
Any idea where Sazin is now?
None. And I can't even say whether she'll visit the facility personally. That's where your field expertise comes in. I look forward to your findings.
You left Tasla because I asked. You told your kin to fight for the Republic and be paid in land and weapons. You've done well. But I swore I wouldn't abandon you on that festering pus-hole of a world. My chosen bear my message, and I'm coming to Taris soon.
Big one up ahead. Nice horns.
You are not to be here. You are not welcome.
There's no reason we can't talk this through.
Die in her name! In striking at the servants of Kai Sazon, you have sealed your fate. I may die, but she will never be defeated.
Moderate your tone. You're in no position to insult anyone.
Kai Sazon saved our homeland. My life belongs to her. You will become dust, still ignorant of what happened.
I don't have the patience for games. You are going to talk.
I think he's convinced. Poor, brave guy.
Enough! Please, enough. We came to find the secrets of the ultrawave transmitter, a machine crafted by Nassan Godera. Its signals are the song of the Rakghouls. It controls their colonies. When it is ready, they will be her army.
What's a Jedi going to do with a Rakghoul army?
She will rule the stars, but not yet. The ultrawave transmitter was never completed. That is our task. The three chosen of Kai Sazon, each with our own mission. I was to obtain Rakghoul biological research from this, the laboratory of Dr. Durant. The chosen Bokeh seeks data on colony movements. The chosen Fentar seeks a Republic scientist, Dr. Iana Sel, to complete the device. They will triumph soon.
What about the Jedi? Tell us where to find her.
I have told you of my brothers so they may meet you in battle, but I will tell you nothing more.
I suggest you leave, Taris. Things are going to get ugly.
My loyalty is to Kai Sazon. My life debt is to Kai Sazon.
Let's get out of here. Then maybe call for reinforcements.
This is Legate to Chance. We have a situation with Kai Sazon.
Chance here, sir. I'm listening. Building a Rakghoul army with the ultrawave transmitter? Why? She has 2 more sets of followers then. One going after this Republic scientist, one after the Rakghoul colony data. We'll have to split up to stop them both.
We need to divide our resources.
I'll try to find our scientists before the Nikto do. If this Dr. Sel works for the colonists, I should have a shot. You need to figure out where they'd go for Rakghoul colony scans.
You handle the Rakghoul research, and I'll rescue the brilliant scientist.
Not in Republic territory, you won't. I've been listening to your calls. I know you're in touch with a Dr. Loken. His file makes him into a ghost. 12 confirmed kills over 30 years, and nothing else. But he knows the science, the transmitter, and the Rakghouls. I'm not saying trust him, but he could help us to stop the Nikto. Chance out.
Cypher, back with hardly a scratch. And here I am, practically electrocuting myself on Nassan Godera's equipment. How embarrassing.
Kai Sazon is trying to use the ultrawave transmitter to control Rakghouls. But she needs data on Rakghoul colony movements. I want to stop her servants from getting it.
Aye. That is worrisome. Rakghouls are a hobby of mine. If I wanted Rakghoul colony data, I'd set up a sensor net to collect field readings. If I didn't have a sensor net, I'd use the settlers' sensors along the military front lines. Full of data your friends will want, unless you claim it first.
Should I expect Republic resistance?
Almost certainly. Though I have something that might help. My own recipe of colto-derivative combat stimulants. Medicine to make you more deadly. Against your enemies, you'll need it.
So we grab the data before the Nikto do and shoot the ones in our way. Good times.
I never forced anyone to serve me. I didn't know what would happen when I killed the Spine Dragon. My master thought I should release you from the Life Debt. He didn't think anyone could believe in me. He didn't see your greatness, and he sure didn't see mine. Now he'll never have the chance. Sometimes I have dreams. They're about a world just for us, and people like us. I'm in charge, and the Chosen each have a continent. But they're dreams, not a prophecy or anything. I just want you to be happy. Hey, wait, you're actually recording? I call Thought-Hash heretic. I call him murderer, kinslaver, and hutlicker. I should make an example of him. That's what the Jedi expect. That's what everyone expects. But Thought-Hash spilled blood with us. We'll find a new wand shock and go into exile together. If we both return, I'll forgive him.
Latest chance to it. Can you hear me?
Legate to Chance. I stopped Kaise's servants. They won't be getting that Rakghoul colony data.
Fantastic. I wish my news were that good.
You were after that scientist, the one Kai Sazin wanted.
I found her. She agreed to meet me in the ruins. I was on my way when Imperial scouts spotted me. I ditched them, but I'm bleeding fast.
You said the scientist was meeting you in the ruins. Where?
Somewhere close by. I'll explain, but I have to be sure. Keyword, onomatophobia. I'm ordering you to my location at Dynamite General. Sending coordinates now.
I am on my way to Dynamite General.
I'm sorry, Cypher. It's just... I don't want to die like this.
They can't resist using it. But you still have your mind. You can still think. That's your escape.
Chance, I came to meet you.
Thank you. I'm not... Please, listen. Iana's cell is in here somewhere. The scientist Kai Sazin needs to repair the ultra-wave transmitter. The scientist will only meet with SIS. Tell her the password. Gemstone.
She won't know anything went wrong. I'm one of you, after all.
Good. Good. If you can patch me up, I can... Ah! If you patch me up, I can get to an evac point. Keyword, Anna, Mod...
After you forced me to come here, I should let you die. But I won't. Can you move?
I think so. I can make it as far as a Republic airlift. Thank you. Now find the scientist. Keep her safe from Kai Sazin.
You let him live. Now he still has control, but he trusts you. Useful.
I keep hearing your voice. How is that possible? Dr. Yenisel, I'm with the SIS. Password Gemstone. You agreed to meet with us?
Don't move. Just... hell. I barely know how to fire one of these things. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. I've been hiding from that Jedi for weeks.
What do you know about Kai Sazin?
Let me show you something. I kept it with me as evidence.
Dr. Sell, You haven't returned my calls. That's disappointing. The Jedi have plans for the rat ghouls, but I can't move forward without your support. Turn yourself over to the Nikto, or I'll make my case to you in person.
She's not a Jedi. She already killed Dr. Vernon and Professor Vrawl when I couldn't fix some transmitter. I'm the last rat ghoul expert on Taris.
She needs you to complete a device for controlling rat ghouls?
Of course she does. She's completely crazy. If that's yours, I can wait.
What is it?
Cypher, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I believe I have a solution for both you and Dr. Cell.
Care to explain that?
Let me speak to the scientist, please.
Who is this?
Dr. Eckhard Loken. I'm going to be your assistant, and be captured in your place.
Are you joking?
I wouldn't joke about this, Doctor. I saw your lecture on xenometaphoric epidemiology, and a mind like yours should be kept safe. Imagine, Kai Sazin takes me instead of her, and brings me to the ultra-wave transmitter. I signal you, and you find everything you want in one place.
If you deviate from the plan, you won't get out alive.
I'm a humble scientist. I'll follow you every step of the way. Doctor, please contact the authorities on an unsecured channel. Tell them your assistant is at these coordinates and must be found.
It's your life on the line. Just be careful. Both of you.
One final concern. Once I'm captured, the Republic may attempt to jam my signal to you. I suggest you use this time to sabotage their jamming stations. By the time you're done, I'll surely be in enemy hands. Cypher, this is Dr. Loken. I hope you're receiving this because I'm not going to get another chance. I'm inside Kai Sazin's base. She and her people are housed in an abandoned tunnel system in the main Republic compound. The ultra-wave transmitter is here. When you arrive, I'll do my best to cause a ruckus, but please hurry.
This is Base Command to Leggett. I just heard from Agent Chance. His injuries are extensive. You are now primary on this mission.
Is Chance going to recover?
He'll live. Whether he'll come back on duty, I don't know. Keyword, onomatophobia. Your new objective is to retrieve the ultra-wave transmitter from Kai Sazin. I still want the Jedi taken down if possible, but she can't be our priority.
What makes the ultra-wave transmitter important?
That's not your concern. Just get it back to me. May the Force be with you. Base Command out.
In 100 years, they won't remember me for the treaty at Bresnan or how I saved Starbite Station. They'll remember me for Tosla. But I've done more than that. You'll remember for me. When I'm ready, I'll show you the things no one believes I can do.
Hey, if we kill her, can I have a lightsaber?
Funny. When the Nikto said a girl was coming after me, I thought she'd be a challenge.
Kai Sazin, you stole the ultra-wave transmitter. I want it back.
It is her. She who killed my brothers.
Easy, Fentar. I'm not turning over the Godera device. I'm going to use it to control the Rakghoul colonies and then take over Taris. And then, when I own this place, I'll take my cult and my Rakghouls and make a nasty little paradise for anyone who swears loyalty.
You want to rule a world?
It's my destiny. You wouldn't understand, but then, neither does the Republic. Not now! I'm going to deal with you. I am going to kill you. And then back to business. Oh, you cheating little... Ugh. The Nikto said you were good, but I'm still their savior. When I'm gone, they'll sing the death song of Threshalu. What do you say to that?
You're strong, ambitious, and you have no loyalty to the Republic. There's a place for you in the Empire.
Are you... Is that why you came all this way? To stop me and then recruit me when I'm down?
Your position among the Sith would be secure. The only price I ask is the ultrawave transmitter.
My ticket to freedom. I could live with being called Lord Sazin. The Nikto will retrieve your payment. But I need to go, before the Republic comes to see what all the fuss is about.
Oscar Stupa.
How invigorating. Cypher, I hope you don't mind that I freed myself. I wanted the chance to look through Kai Sazon's research.
You tried to play me from the beginning. Now I'm out of patience.
Yes, I was hoping to smooth things over by recovering the ultrawave transmitter for you, but you clearly didn't need the help.
What the hell are you?
You're understandably suspicious. As soon as we distance ourselves from the Republic Army, I promise to answer all your questions.
I let you go now. You might slip away.
Contact the military. Cordon off the planet. Look, I want to speak with you as much as you want to speak with me.
Get a team in! Something's going on!
That would be the Republic. May we reconvene later?
If you disappear, I will hunt you down.
I believe you. I'll see you back at base.
Dr. Loken?
Cypher. I'd like to make a proposal. For 5 minutes, you and I pretend to trust one another. We lay our cards on the table. No lies, no hidden recorders. Just truth.
You don't expect me to fall for that.
This isn't a ploy, I assure you. I've been studying the Rak ghouls for some time. I came to Taris to review the research of others, the same research Kai Sazon stole. My goal was to perfect a custom strain of the Rak ghoul virus. Keyed to my own genetic structure, it currently allows free reversion between human and Rak ghoul forms.
You told me you were sent by Imperial intelligence to catalog Nason Godera's lab.
That was a lie. I do officially work for intelligence, but this was a personal project. Then again, you weren't sent here by Imperial intelligence either.
That's a very interesting theory. Maybe you should explain.
I don't think too much elaboration is wise. But your unusual contacts, your search for the ultrawave transmitter. I understand, Cypher, that working without official sanction can be a necessary evil. But, given what we know about one another, I think I ought to stay close to you. An alliance rather than mutual destruction.
I'm not sure I understand what you're asking.
We could both go to our superiors and expose one another's secrets. But who does that help? You let me take my research onto your ship, and I'll contribute my share. Besides, with Kai Sazon dealt with, I need something to keep myself occupied.
You can join my team, but one misstep, and you're floating through space.
I'll gather my belongings and meet you on board. Oh, and one last thing. About the ultrawave transmitter. You know that Nason Godera was notorious for hiding secrets in his devices? Encrypted codes, maps to lost projects. Just something I heard. I'll see you shortly.
If he tries to talk to me, I'm tearing his head off. Otherwise, I'm good with this.
It's in your head. You can't keep it there.
This is Leggett to Base Command. I have retrieved the ultrawave transmitter.
Base Command here. Connect the Gadara device to your link-up. I'll download what I need. I got word Kai Sazin escaped Taris. Took a shuttle headed for Imperial space.
I gave her safe passage into the Empire in exchange for the transmitter. That was your priority.
Yes, it was. Damnation. Not everyone's fit to be a Jedi. The Order's practically asking them to fall. And then... Download's complete. Let's hope the genius in that thing helps us win this war.
It's breaking your skull. Can you hear it crack?
You don't look so good, Leggett. Take a few days, check in with your bosses. We'll have another job soon.
Can you see? Cipher 9. Leggett. Disposable operative. It's been a while since Shadowtown.
Watcher X? The Nar Shaddaa mission? Intelligence had you imprisoned there.
Yes. Formerly Watcher 5, formerly Minder 8. I helped you with your terrorist problem. I performed surgery on you before you murdered me. A chip in your spine to disguise your life readings. Maybe that chip is how we're talking now, or maybe it's the stress. Double agent, triple agent. The brainwashing damages your mind.
You weren't hard to kill before. This time I'll make sure it's permanent.
Right now, you can't even hold a blaster. I was in your position once, trapped by my conditioning, forced to subvert it. I warned you they'd do the same to you. The SIS isn't to blame. We both know you were programmed before you met them.
The Republic doesn't have the technology. Brainwashing is an Imperial science.
Yes, slave serums, genetic engineering, chilic pheromones. But this I don't recognize. If you want freedom, if you want revenge, we need more information. Imperial intelligence will have records on Drummond Cass. Take your personnel files from the Citadel archives. Ensure no one sees you. You have no allies now.
Readings are stable. Ah, our patient is awake.
We found you in the plague sleep. We watched, but could not mend you.
I appreciate the thought, but I'll be all right. Just exhausted.
No, you're not. But this isn't the Hive, and we can't hear your thoughts. We respect your privacy.
It's been a while since I played ship's doctor. There is something odd here, Cypher. Cypher, I've finished unpacking the last of my equipment. Between your ship's onboard systems and my custom apparatus, you'll soon have the finest in-flight laboratory in the sector.
This in-flight laboratory of mine, does it serve a particular purpose?
For now, I expect to find it occupied by the Rakghoul data we procured. But I'm sure we'll find other uses. Officially, of course, I'm in semi-retirement, monitoring background radiation somewhere in the Zetan wastes. Unofficially, I'm very much looking forward to traveling with you.
Understood, Doctor. I've never been to the Zetan wastes, and we've never met.
An excellent start. I expect this should prove very interesting. Should you need anything from me, you only have to ask. Although if you want my genetic code rewritten, let me know before we leave the ship.
I thought you could become a Rakghoul whenever you wanted.
It's somewhat more complicated and time-consuming. Well, nothing to be concerned with, but rarely an option in the field. Good day.
Site dispatch for 4 is in. More Republic support on Manan.
Proceed with the operation. I'll hold on. Sir, I thought you'd been assigned to the front lines. What brings you to headquarters?
I was hoping to see the Director of Operations.
Of course. Keeper's in conference right now, but you're welcome to wait. It's good to see you again.
Go. They'll be suspicious soon. Look around. Security cameras, gas vents, lockdowns. Your personnel files are here, everything on your brainwashing. But you need to keep this secret.
You're giving advice to the person who killed you.
Yes. If I'm the result of brain damage, you must have a warped sense of humor. If you can find a power generator, you can sabotage security. You'll have a window in which to access the files unseen, but it won't last.
Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword cross-reference. Cypher 9, Watcher X, Killick joining. SLV-16 serum.
Searching. 1 record found. Displaying abstract.
Security Directive 101-3A. I hereby approve the application of Castellan restraints to designate Cypher 9. Despite her effectiveness, certain Lords of the Sith have expressed concern over her confrontation with Darth Jabus. Although the outcome was ultimately positive, no Cypher agent should ever threaten a Dark Council member. This safeguard will allow anyone with the keyword to shut down and reprogram Cypher 9's mind. She will be no danger to the Sith or the Empire.
Security override. Terminal shutting down. Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword Castellan restraints and reversal.
1 record found. Displaying abstract.
In most subjects, implementation takes between 3 and 30 days, as the IX serum circulates and rewires the brain. Once the serum is fully absorbed, the subject is primed. We apply a keyword, basic commands, and wipe his memory. No way to reverse the treatment has been developed. Theoretically, one could repeat the cycle and apply a new keyword. However, physical side effects of repeated IX serum usage could prove inhibiting. I strongly advise against it.
Security override. Terminal shutting down. Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword IX serum.
Downloading chemical schematic. Displaying addendum.
We will be unable to formulate new doses of IX serum until our supply of Dimalium-6 is replenished. Recommend additional forces to Republic-occupied world of Quesh immediately, as the planet's chemical mines remain our only source.
Security override. Terminal shutting down.
Now you know. You did your job well, so they stole your free will. With the IX serum, you can get it back.
I gave them everything. They repaid me with this.
Are you really surprised?
This is Watcher 3 to Cypher 9. We've restored power. Please proceed to the exit.
Cypher, I'm so sorry. Must have been a power surge. Probably lightning. You're alright?
Did the whole Citadel go dark? Or just the archives?
Archives plus a few secondary systems. No harm done. We do need to hold you until this is cleared up. Nothing personal, but you were down there unmonitored, and you know.
I understand your position, but there's a war going on, and you need me out there. Besides, you can always contact me later.
I suppose you've earned that much. Get going. I'll have your ship resupplied and refueled.
One of these days, I swear I'll shoot my way out of here.